Welcome to 90 Day Fiance
Three-way. Hey.
I'm Will.
I'm Dylan.
And I'm B.
All right, episode 11. Three's a party. How's it going?
Ooh, three's a party.
It is. You changed your name to
Three's a party.
Yeah. We should change our name to Three's Company.
Three's Company. That's never been taken.
Right? Okay, I like this episode, you guys.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened.
It was a whole lot. How are we going to get through it all?
Well,
there's so much
quickly.
to talk
We
about.
have to get through it quickly.
Okay. Let's start with my favorite.
Brandon
and Julia. Okay. So I can't believe this. Brandon is so stupid.
He's so stupid. Even his dad was like, "You're so stupid."
I know. Julia's like, okay, I've been throwing up and I don't know, I may be pregnant. And then he's all like, I think we should tell my parents. And she's like, we haven't even taken a test yet. Why do you want to tell them before we even know if it's true or not? Why?
Because his first instinct is to go and ask his mom for advice.
This is why he will never grow up living there. Exactly. Julia says that too. She's like, instead of him trying to figure out what should we do, what's our next move, he's like, we got to go to the parents. We got to tell them.
Yeah, and then he blamed her for it.
Oh my God. I can't believe this guy. I feel like this is so many red flags. I mean, I could see the love between them. Yes, I could see that they could be a good couple. They could work out and be so sweet and cute. I've seen it, yes, but Julia's too good for him. Julia is far too good for this guy.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to basically be an adult and act in an adult relationship, especially when you're in the confines of your parents' house. You're really not going to learn.
Yeah. It's the first thing he does whenever he gets put back into a corner is blame somebody else. He's done it before. So I'm not surprised that he blamed Julia, even though, it takes two to possibly get somebody pregnant.
Oh my goodness. Okay, but I also think that Julia, she should be a poker player, because when they were doing the pregnancy test and then she's all like, what does 2 lines mean? I was like, oh man, that's some good acting right there, girl.
Right? It fooled us. I really believed her. We
Mm-hmm.
thought all stupid people couldn't read 2 lines.
Yeah, right. But Julia ain't stupid.
No, she's not.
Julia's a smart one. She's a smart cookie. She knew what 2 lines meant. And she knew what 1 line meant.
Are you relieved that she's not pregnant?
Yes, I am.
Are you not?
I am.
I feel like he doesn't deserve her child.
What's gonna happen though?
It is.
They're the ones who are the most in love on this season.
More than Rebecca and Zied.
I think Rebecca loves Zied more than Zied loves her.
Rebecca is obsessed. Okay, I don't know if it's love, but it's obsession.
It is obsession.
But I don't think that it's gonna work out for them in the long term, because Julia's like, I'm scared to tell his parents. I didn't want to tell them before we knew, because now the mom is going to be like, see, look what happened. You need to be on birth control. And, she's going to have more control now. The mom, Betty or whatever, she's probably going to be like, oh, I don't want you guys sleeping in the same room. Remember that pregnancy scare? Hey, Julia, you need to go to the doctor with me. We need to get you on birth control. Remember that pregnancy scare? Now they're going to be holding that over their heads the whole time.
Yeah, when they could have gotten away with them not even ever knowing.
I know. Yeah, it's like, why would you could have not told anyone? This whole scenario could have been avoided. But he's so stupid.
He is so stupid. Why?
Yeah.
Julia. Oh my God.
Girl, come on. Come on.
All right. So, and his parents seemed pretty relieved. This was like the one happy moment I saw between all of them. You know, when they found out that she wasn't pregnant, they're like, ah. And
I've
Betty's
never
like,
seen,
mhm.
Oh, sorry. I've never seen old people not want to be
I
grandparents
know,
more
right?
than these two.
True.
That's true.
They're like, we still need more farm work hand out of you, Julia.
I know. Well, you
Not
would think she would
time.
want a baby so that she could get more help in the farm.
Right. Have many kids. Yeah, so there was that storyline, and I'm glad that we found out. And they didn't drag it on for another episode about whether she's pregnant or not.
I know, that's true. They would do that.
Okay, so what do you think they're going to do now that they don't want to use condoms and they don't want to use birth control and they don't like the pregnancy scare? Like, what are you going to do now?
Abstain.
Right.
No.
Jesus
No way.
is not agreeing with this unholy union. It's Lent. Repent.
Monitor your ovulation, girl. Okay.
Or pull out more effectively. Clearly, you're not doing it right.
I mean, he did say it's worked all this time.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
What did I tell you? It's not 100%.
Yeah. Spermicides.
Spermicide. That's a good one. Spermicide lube.
Sexy. I've seen those ads.
Yeah, maybe. If they can afford it, why not?
Vasectomy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you feel it if he's wearing a condom or not?
Yes.
And it feels better without the condom?
Yes.
For the women. For the woman.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to Brian and Steph. This one is hard to talk about because what Ryan did is pretty serious. What happens is she's yelling at Ryan, and then we find out that he didn't use a condom. Like, she's like, I told you that I don't trust you. Crinkle, crinkle. So I thought we were good. Meaning that she thought that Ryan put on the condom, but he didn't. And she was really upset about it. And then he left. And that's just wrong. It's hard to talk about it. What he did was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty bad.
I mean, and even in his ITM, Ryan said, every trip she brings condoms. She says she doesn't trust me. And then we still don't use them. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they used them before or if they didn't. The point is that they were both agreeing to use condoms now. And he didn't follow that agreement. He tricked her. And that's messed up.
Yeah. There's not much to say about that.
Right. And then we find out that, Steph goes around looking for her mother's ring. And he left that. And then she calls Harris and she calls her psychic.
Not great decisions. But, I mean, she wasn't in her right mind because of what happened to her. So can't really say anything really negative on her part for that.
All right. But please, Steph, don't go to Harris. I mean, I know in the next step we see her with Harris, but oh gosh, don't, girl. Don't go to him. Don't.
Yeah.
Move on. Just leave Belize. Just be done with that place. Be done.
Yeah. I think we all agree. Move on, move forward.
Yes. All right. I mean, let's just leave that. Okay. Let's leave that there.
Ooh, awkward silence.
Sorry, I was burping a little bit in my mouth. All right. Okay, Mike and Natalie. This is another one. Another huge storyline. A lot of development going on here. I hate Mike.
Me too. And everything Natalie said is like absolutely 100% hits the nail on the head. It's like, she does all of these things at this point. She's moved her whole life, given up everything. And for him to consistently say, I don't want to marry you, I'm not ready to marry you, I'm not ready to commit to you, it's like, why did she come?
Mm-hmm.
Why did he bring her? Why did he bother?
Right. So it starts off with Natalie trying to confront him, basically, okay, about the possibility that he may have cheated on her, cheated and lied, because he slept over at his best friend's house on the couch. And when she called, he was like half naked and stoned. And his friend was saying, I'm going to go take a shower now. And so to her, this is like, he's cheating on me. And Mike is like, many times I have told you that we have done nothing. She is like a sister to me. And in my thought, I'm like, okay, I'm actually on Mike's side with this. But then if this girl is like a sister to you, why don't you just call her up? Like, can't you call her up and have you, maybe the three of you guys talk to maybe make Natalie feel better? Do you think that that would help?
I don't know. It feels like Natalie is so like built it up in her mind that she believes it's now the truth so much that she would yell, you cheated on me, like it was like straight up the truth. I don't know if it would actually like satisfy her, because she'd probably be like, "Oh, that's your friend, so you're just saying that."
Mm-hmm.
She did offer the suggestion though, so that
Yeah,
like
she did.
yeah, so yeah,
She
why I
said
don't see
connect.
why not.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if he's like, if yeah, I feel like if nothing really happened, then maybe he's just so sick of saying it that like, or is saying, or like the fact that she won't believe him is like frustrating, and he just wants to move forward, like he
Mm-hmm.
said.
But he does say, why don't you get over it? You're here now. It's like, it's the past. Get over it. And then like when he makes that comment, I'm thinking, what do you mean get over it? You're here now. Let's focus on the future. It almost makes it sound like he did do something when he
Mm-hmm.
frames it in that way.
But he did also say that, he straight up denied it, like he had nothing happened. Like he's been like
Mm-hmm.
over it, like over and over and over again. So that's maybe why he's putting the emphasis on like, you need to let it go because it's nothing happened. I've already explained it so many times.
Well, isn't part of the reason why she thinks something happened was that he told her one thing and something else happened, right? He was supposed to stay over at his aunt's house. He was supposed to sleep over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the complete opposite happened. So it like leads her to believe, okay, you could have just told me that this was going to happen. Why didn't you? Which is why it's so hard for her to believe anything he has to say because he wasn't
Mm-hmm.
truthful to begin with.
But when you're with your friends, you're like, all right, let's go to the bar. And like, or first you're like, we're just going to go out to eat dinner. And then you eat dinner and like, all right, let's go to the bar. And then like, all right, let's go dancing. Things just develop. And sometimes you just don't know what's going to happen next, especially with your friends, right? And maybe you didn't know that he's going to end up stoned on the couch.
Yeah, but like, if that was the plan, he should have just told her that that was the plan.
No,
I
but
thought that the plan was that her husband to be was going to be there. So that's what he thought was the truth. But then it ended up that the husband wasn't there that night and he didn't know that was going to happen. So what he told her, he thought was true at the time.
yeah. On
And then
this,
just plans change, like, when you're having like you're out partying or something.
I'm kind of with Mike on this end though. I'm like, Natalie needs to get over it because if he wanted to be with that best friend, then he would have been with her like all this time. Like they would have been together. And what
I
is she
agree with
worried
that.
about? Like she's
Yeah.
about to get married. She thinks that this lady who's about to get married is like, yeah, let me do my best friend and then get married. Okay, that makes great sense.
Also, to that point, it's like if really nothing happened and you swear on your innocence, you can only take it so much from someone who keeps calling you a liar and a cheater.
Mm-hmm.
Right at that point, you're not going to want to hear anything they have to say because it's like, why am I bothering?
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I can only see so much on Nats. I could see how the changing story might sound a bit suspicious, but on the other hand, like if you followed through with it, like if he wanted to be with that friend, he would have been with her. But he's not.
Yeah.
He's with you. You guys are together.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I guess he kind of says that.
Yeah.
He should have just not brought her. This was a messy issue.
Yeah, but I think, for my take on this episode, which did have a lot for them, I feel like I feel more for Natalie and everything that she said. Like, but I do feel like it goes back to my main issue with her. Like, she takes everything to be an affront to her personally. And it feels like it's very self-centered and like just based on what's going on in her mind. Like I I know that she believes everything that she's saying, but looking at what happened, it kind of seems too one-sided for what she's saying to me. Because yes, he did like bring her, but then it's not like he went over there and dragged her to come. Like she really wanted to come, and she was very excited. And at that time, of course, he would be confused or not sure because she threw the ring back in his face. That was like right before um, they got approved for the visa. So when she comes here, he didn't know that she was gonna, or that they would have so many problems. That's why he was so unsure. And then she admitted herself that she would shut down and just not talk like about the issues. And then I feel like the way that she is really trying, and you can see she is really trying, it's just not the way that effective with Mike, and the way that Mike is trying is not effective with her. And they're just like, they're in two different worlds and they're just not aligning at all.
Mm-hmm.
On like Nat's defense, I feel like at that point, yeah, okay, let's say she's crazy, right? But Mike also agreed on a wedding date. He agreed to get all of the paperwork for her mom to get ready so that, the visa would be ready for their wedding date. And I think all she really wanted was a sense of security that the relationship was gonna move forward, right? And so she's not getting any type of commitment whatsoever to try to move forward from whatever it is issue wise that they're having. Because at this point, it's like all she wants is like a solid, yes, this relationship is going to move forward. But he keeps holding it over her head that he's not ready to move forward.
But yeah, he's kind of acting like he is. He's like, okay, if we work through these problems, then I'll be ready to move forward. But like what she says is, she's not a toy. He's just holding it over her head, like constantly. Oh, you're doing something wrong. I'm gonna take that carrot away. Nope, not gonna marry you. Not gonna. Oh, everything is good. Oh, okay, here he is closer. Oh, we're fighting. Oh, nope. Gonna take it away. And that's how can you work on a relationship that way? Like, how can you feel that security or sense of commitment from someone who's just dangling this carrot and pulling it away constantly?
Well, I think the problem is the carrot. Like for her, the carrot is the ring, and for him, like he said, it represents everything being okay, but it's not okay. Like he said in the last episode, why would I want to like give this ring to somebody that says that we're going to get married when they have so many issues? And then she also admitted that she shuts down and they can't talk about it. So they can't move forward with the issues. So she's focusing on like, let's move forward, but then she doesn't want to talk about like, or they can't talk about their actual issues. But then at the same time, she's like, well, you need to give me more motivation to stay. But then he's like, well, you need to, we need to, it's hard to give you motivation to stay when you're asking for like this huge thing, the ring back. And you were still not communicating. We're still having so many issues.
I mean, isn't this like whole thing a fiance visa? And they're not even engaged. So
Right.
they're basically just boyfriend and girlfriend at this point. It's like you could have just done this through the internet and fought over the internet. There's no need for you to move.
Right. And that's what she said. She's like, I left my country to come here and marry you. If he didn't want to give her, okay, if she threw the ring back at him, And then afterwards, he's like, okay, yes, come here. I could understand that in her mind. She's like, yes, he's asking me to come here because he wants to get married. Like you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if they had this conversation or not. I'm not sure if he told her, like, listen, I want you to come here, but I may not marry you, or, I'm not gonna give you back the ring. Okay. Like maybe she came here with the idea that, yeah, he's asking me to come here because he wants to marry me and I'm gonna get my ring back. Like she thought that from day one that she was gonna get that ring back. Right. Like every time they went out to dinner or any little thing, she's like, oh, I'm gonna get my ring. Oh, the ring. And he never gave it. Never. Right? Like this is the
Uh-huh.
first time so I feel like she came to America thinking like, yes, he wants to marry me. He's gonna give me back my ring. But on his end, he didn't think that. He was thinking, I'll just see how it goes, But I really, in my mind, I think he knew he wasn't gonna marry her. And he's like, I just want to torture her. And that's how I feel. I feel like he really just wanted to torture her and make her feel like shit the way she may have made him feel when he was over there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's terrible. It's just terrible.
It's possible. Maybe he
Yeah,
thought that. I don't think he did, but maybe.
I do think so. I I do. And okay, and then this is another part when he's like when they were arguing about her being jealous or not. Then Mike's like, you don't care about me. I don't even think you like me. So I'm not ready to marry you because I'm the only one who's trying. And I don't know. I was like confused about that because I'm like, Mike, why are you trying to put it on her? You're like gaslighting her. You don't like her. Like, I really think that Nat is trying. Do you guys really think that Nat is trying in this relationship?
Yeah, she's asked for help many times and asked for his participation in that help.
What do you think?
That she does want to move
Yeah, I
forward.
think she's also trying.
Yes. Yeah. So I think
he's also trying.
In you think in equal proportion to how she's trying? Because I don't feel I get the sense, I don't know if this is an editing issue, he's not as committed to her as she is to him.
I agree.
I mean, I do think that he is trying. Like he alludes to all the times that like he was trying to talk to her and she would just shut down. And she admitted to that she does that in the therapy session.
Maybe she shuts down and then she finds a time that she feels like safe to open up. Like many times in the season where she's like, okay, well, I feel because you lied to me about cheating in this, or oh, because you won't set a date with me, oh, because you won't give me my ring. Like maybe she shuts down in the moment and then she opens up about what the issue is, which we've seen her do.
Well, maybe by that time, it's like there's like the communication is totally run its course between them. Like it's just he's thinking about something else, she's thinking about something else. He's like, oh, like your motivation is just to get married and it's not to like fix the problem or something. And by then, it's like the communication style is just not working for both of them.
Well, why does it have to be in opposition to each other? Like if your motivation is to get married, it's because you love that person, you want to make it work out and to fix the issue.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? Like
they're not like, just because she wants to get married doesn't mean that she doesn't want to work on the issues. Like they're not like in conflict. Yeah, they're not mutually. That's the word I'm looking for.
That's true. But I also think that there's an element of when somebody who can be focused on just getting married because of other various factors and not because they're wanting to spend time or like be with that person. Like, oh, I want to be married by the time I'm like this age, right? Because my friends are married. They're asking me about this. And also because, well, because my mom is, she's getting up there in age. And these are all valid reasons if like there's nothing wrong with wanting to get married because of those things. But if that's your sole focus, it gives the impression that's like you don't really, your focus is the wedding and not the marriage.
All right. Well, I mean, I could kind of see that side too, because I don't really see her asking much of Mike, like his thoughts and opinions. It's mostly tearing it down. Like, no, don't drink beer. No, eat fish. Like all the things that he likes, she basically hates. So, oh man, I hope these two don't get married.
I also hope they don't get married.
Me too.
They're just not. I mean, like Mike said, they're not compatible.
Right.
So they're forcing something that is clearly just going to implode.
Yeah, and I feel like they both have other options. She doesn't even really like it there. She could just go back to Ukraine, and without being go back to being a city lady like she likes, and he can go with that hairdresser.
Yeah, the side shave cut. I love it.
Exactly. What's the problem?
Yeah. Well, this one I was like, yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
What do you think makes people want to force it so much? Because if they felt like they've already invested so long?
Yes. Safety.
Yes.
Security.
They don't want to go through the work of meeting somebody new and all that.
Yeah.
But she says she doesn't feel safe or secure in the relationship.
Well, because she's not engaged. If she was, then she would.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is what I was going to ask her. I was wondering, she mentions her ex-husband a whole lot. Like, my ex-husband would never do this, or he would never say that. I'm like, man, why did you guys divorce then?
I know. I was going to say, I'm like, oh, if he didn't do that, I mean, he must be an ex-husband for a reason.
I know. What happened?
Maybe he died and she doesn't know how to say late husband or something.
No, I don't think that's what happened.
Really? Okay.
No, I don't think. I haven't heard anything about him being dead. Yeah. Yeah. I do find their relationship to be interesting, though, because I bet you a lot of people are in that kind of situation. Like, they invested so much time, or maybe they see some good things in it. Like, oh, I see that it could really work only if only that I could change him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that I can change him is very common in relationships that are toxic for you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That I can change him.
And you're right about what you said before about they have the most legitimate couple problems of anybody. Not like Rebecca and Zied.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yes, let's move on. I mean,
we dragged on to that couple way too long.
I'm really interested in what's going to happen. I really felt for Natalie at the end when she was there crying. She said she felt used and manipulated. And I don't know. Yes. All right. So happier times. Zied and Rebecca.
What do you guys think about Grandpa Zied?
He is good with kids. He would make a good dad.
He would. You could totally see kids in the future for him. I'm sorry, Rebecca. He's going to have them kids.
Yeah. They're gonna
with or without you.
They can adopt. Do you think that he would want that?
He would want his own kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not in his culture. I don't know. You think you can see him adopting?
No. Well, I don't know. He's good with his sister's kids and good with his, grandsons.
How do you think that meeting went?
I thought it went well.
Yeah.
I don't think so. That her son was the most receptive to him.
Yeah. I thought it was cute. And it was you're right, he was the most receptive, and his wife was the one asking all the intrusive questions.
This is a theme for them, the intrusive question and Rebecca's face. Camera flashed to Rebecca's face and she's angry, or I don't know, doing her Rebecca face.
Yeah, maybe they feel like they can ask in front of Zied because he's not all there.
He doesn't know what's going on.
You don't want kids of your own?
Of course he's going to say no. What's he going to say?
Not right now is what he said. Not right now.
Is that what he said?
No,
I thought
I made that up.
When they were in the ice cream shop, he was reassuring her. But she's right to be concerned. And I feel she's he probably is going to change his mind.
Right. And I feel like that's what she is signing up for. It seems like she's trying to really push him and control him. Okay, because we're going to get married and it's going to be forever. And you can't change your mind. And it's like she's really worried about it, but it's kind of like, Rebecca, let it go. You can't control him. If he changes his mind, he does. If he does, that's what you're signing up for when you marry this younger dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're signing up for that. And just
People
enjoy
grow.
enjoy the years that you have with this fabulous young man.
You like how she said marriage is forever and she's been divorced 3 times.
That's so funny. Let me tell you, controlling Rebecca is not a good look. It is not.
She looks desperate.
She does. It reeks. I'm like, shut up, Rebecca. Oh my goodness. You cannot say yes to any girl. No girl. Say no to any girl.
Any girl in America.
In America.
You can do it in Tunisia.
Who wants to help you? I don't know. I was like, oh, shut up, Rebecca.
She doesn't want to lose her somewhat kind of last chance in her mind at love.
And she should have been with somebody her own age.
Old people fall in love all the time.
I said in her
That's
mind.
what, like Palm Springs is for, or like, you know, Boca Raton, where old people live. She should move there.
Yes. Poor Zied. He's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy. He should just go back to Tunisia.
No, he should stay here. Let some American, another young, let Hannah, that young girl, enjoy him. Sorry, Rebecca.
Yeah. She has a truck. They can get down.
Okay. Jovi and Yara. They have a lot going on too. So they had the engagement party. They threw it and, you know, oh gosh, did they have the dance? That was so funny.
That was hilarious.
This is the best editing I've seen on this show, by the
way. Tell us about it. Go ahead, Dylan.
So when you know, while they're dancing and Jovi like puts his hand on Yara's ass, she goes, no, don't do that, don't put that there, we're supposed to be sweet and nice and stuff. And then like it cuts to the mom. She's like, I just feel like Yara is so happy being like, you know, it's the happiest I've ever seen her. And then she goes, I hate you. I've never seen the two of them so in love. You can tell they're so in love. I hate you.
I'm going to kick your ass. Oh, oops, that's the wrong accent.
She said, did she say, you bitch?
Yes, she did. You bitch. Kick your ass.
So good.
That was hilarious.
It's top-notch editing, guys.
Oh my God. And there's like a bunch of creepy dudes just staring at her. Like, oh, perving out. There's this one dude, one of the scenes, like an old man who was just like groveling her. And I was like, ew.
She is pretty, I must say. That was a good look for her.
Really, it was. I feel like she's the epitome of what you would think a woman from
Ukraine.
Yes, would look like.
Yeah. East Russia, East Europe.
Eastern European woman, you know, with the blonde hair, long blonde hair and beautiful body.
Do you think she was expecting a lot? You know, she's like, this is an engagement party. It's supposed to be for us. I just want you to check in on me. Ask me what I need. You know, I'm pregnant. You know, I can't drink. You know, I can't do this. I don't want to be alone. And meanwhile, he's just like everywhere else except next to her.
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, and she doesn't know anybody there. Yeah. She's the only one that she knows, and
exactly.
He can go out and party any other night, and he's been doing that. So why can't he just give up one night for the engagement party?
I know. I would have been also so mad if I was like stuck in a place that I didn't know anyone, like forced conversation. Like you need that second party to just deflect or defer or like keep him busy.
Right. And to bridge the gap to find that similarity, because he knows Yara and he knows the people at the party. So he can find some kind of commonality between them to get the conversation going. But instead he just ditches her.
I know. But what do you think of the pregnancy announcement?
I thought it was really cute.
It wasn't his mom super happy?
Yeah, she
was excited. That's how you're supposed to be excited as a grandparent.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was really cute. What do you think about, oh my God, Jovi's friends? They totally threw Jovi under the bus. The two guys that went up to Yara. They're like, I mean, man, you're all alone. He should have been with you. Oh my gosh, what's going? That's messed up.
TLC plants. They
Yeah,
planted them.
that's funny. They're the ones who were talking about, like in the previous episode, Jovi's ways, whether he's going to change it or not.
She's a pretty girl, and they're trying to impress her.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they want some of that.
If they only knew, man, poor Yara. And that's why Yara's yelling at Jovi, like, listen, I'm pretty, I'm smart. Come on, even your friends are willing to betray you to get with this.
She is pretty and smart. I agree.
Yes, and she's funny. And here you are leaving me so you can have a drink with these idiots. These idiots mean more to you than me?
These ugly idiots?
Yes. I totally feel for Yara. But on the other hand, I just see Jovi in his stupid mind just thinking like, oh man, she's always nagging. Her hormones. Oh, she's always on my case. What's wrong with her? Why can't she just leave me alone? I just want to drink and be with my friends. What's wrong with that?
Welcome to pregnancy, y'all.
That? Exactly.
I don't know what a Louisiana accent sounds like. Sorry, guys. I'm going to practice that.
All right. And I have to practice my Russian.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could just totally see him thinking that in his head that everything is cool, everything is fine. And she's just being a naggy, hormonal woman.
Yeah, she's been crying all night. That sucks for her.
Yeah.
What do
she
you
cried
think,
on the way there. She cried while she's getting ready. She cried during the party.
I need some guy perspective here, because what do you guys think about Jovi? Do you think like do you see his side? Do you guys see his side at all?
Well,
I mean, like you're saying, you could see what he's thinking. I could see that he's thinking that, but even if he is thinking that, it doesn't mean that, let's say, even if it is hormones, like he should still be, catered to her. And I mean, it's just one night out of like all the other nights he gets to party. And plus, he's probably partying when he goes away for work for months at a time.
Right.
Every night.
Drink in hand.
You would think that Jovi would know by now because he's not that young. It's not like he's, I don't know, 19 or 20. He's 28 or something. Isn't he? Yeah, 29. Come on. Get it together. But sometimes when I watch this, I'm like, man, men and women are so incompatible.
So men should date men and women
yes,
should date women.
yes. When I watch this, I'm like, isn't it weird? Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, how did it end up that women have to be with men and men have to be with women when they just seem so happier with their friends?
It's true. You're right. They are happier with their friends.
Like Jovi's like laughing, having a grand time with his friends, and with Yara, he's just like straight face, just
I hate you.
Yes, trying to zone out, not hear any of the truth that Yara is spilling him.
Yeah, I'm like, you asked this girl to marry you, and you don't even want to pay attention to her for like half a day.
It makes me wonder.
Chose to leave her at the house. He chose again to ignore her this whole night.
Yeah, right. And then he walks away during the interview, like when she's like over there yelling at him, like, you need to care about me, your wife, and your baby, and not just about drinking and being around your friends. And then he's all like, welcome to pregnancy. And then he walks out, and then his homeboy follows him. Like one of his friends walks right behind him.
I think I saw him a couple scenes back. He's like, looks like he's like trying to follow them.
Yeah.
You can see this like shadowy figure in the back trying to make it to the screen.
Oh, hell no. Like, all right, then you be with your friend. You marry him.
Yeah, you should marry your friend.
She should just up and take. Oh my God, it would be so messed up if she just went up and like took a plane back to Ukraine with the baby and everything. Was just
I feel like
forget you, Jovi.
Why wouldn't
forget you? Right?
Is that didn't they show like she's gonna go back in the preview? Not this one, but like in one of the old ones. I feel like they showed her at the airport. Where
she says, I don't know what to do. I think I should just go back to Ukraine. I don't know what accent that was.
Really? I don't remember that.
In one of the previews.
Yeah, like they showed her at the airport, I think.
That could be her sending Jovi off to like another 1 month job thing.
That's true.
Where she like gets sad again and she's like, I want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, poor Yara. Poor Yara. I think that's what she needs to do. She just needs to shove it to Jovi and be like, you know what? You want to be with your friends? All right, you do that. Peace. Peace.
She can do better.
My baby.
I'm taking the baby too. You wanna see your baby? Then, you could take that flight over, spend that time, take the flight over, see the baby.
She should. So that he can prove that he wants to be with them.
Are there any good guys on the show? There's a lot of
Zied?
good women. There's a lot of good women on the show. What about the guys?
You don't like Zied?
What's that guy's name from my other show? The gay guys.
Oh,
those
yeah.
Are good guys.
Those are the gay guys are the good guys. There are any good straight guys.
Oh, yeah. You have to be more really specific. I don't think so.
What about Tarik?
No,
they have a messy relationship.
I know, because Tarik
but it's not his fault.
No, it's not. But it's like he's condoning this.
No, what is his fault is that he's all like, should we pick my woman, my type of woman, which is a tie, which is not Hazel.
That's true. He was pushing Misty in the preview.
All right.
It's like, why are you going to even bring her up again?
Yeah.
Hazel doesn't want to. Exactly.
Why doesn't he just break up with Hazel and be with Minty?
I don't know, right?
Like, what? I don't understand this whole thing. Like, clearly,
Minty's pretty too.
I know she is pretty. Much more prettier than Hazel.
Wait, why did he break up with Minty? Wait, what happened?
Hazel got jealous.
No, but did he know Minty beforehand?
No. He couldn't get a Thai girl that was his type, I guess. So he expanded his search and ended up in the Philippines, just south of Thailand.
He expanded the radius from 5 miles to 150,000.
Wait, so how did Minty come into the picture? They were looking for a third already when he was with Hazel?
Yes.
I forgot. How did Minty come into the picture again?
They did. They expanded the search.
Oh, okay.
She wanted a girlfriend.
Okay, and then they found his type, which was a Thai.
Yeah, and then she got mad because she felt like she was being shut out.
Okay. So they end up like calling their Tyrik's friend Angela and to tell her about that they're looking for that unicorn. And then she's all like, "What, Tarik? Why are you forcing Hazel to do this?" And then Hazel's like, "No, I want the girlfriend." And then
Good.
And she's like, "Well, as long as you're a willing participant, no judgment." And we see previews of like Tarik being like, "Let's call up Minty. Let's see if she has any advice for us."
Love it. Because that's the person you call for advice, is the girlfriend that almost broke up your relationship.
Right? Oh, man. I don't know. It's weird. He wants to be with Minty.
He should just be with Minty. We vote for Minty, Tarik.
I like Hazel.
Bring her back to the Philippines.
So she could be with her son.
Exactly. She wanted to be with him anyway. Petition Minty for this K1 visa. And we good. Like, this is going to be a more exciting show.
Plus, we feel like Hazel doesn't even really like Tarik. She just wants a girlfriend.
Yeah, why is she bringing it up?
Yeah, but she said
she needs Tarik to come to America so she can be free and not have to go to like her church where they speak in tongues.
Oh,
it's the only way she can be free.
That's why she can't go back to the Philippines.
Yeah, she's only free in America. So that's why she needs Tarik.
It's acceptable to be straight and have kids out of wedlock, but not acceptable to be gay.
Correct.
Interesting.
Many nuances.
Minty seems like she likes to go out, likes to have fun. She seems like she'd be a good match with Tarik.
Yeah, she's much prettier.
Oh man, do you think Tarik is like, man, if only I would have met you first. If only I met you first.
Yeah, it's okay. Do you think it'd be okay for him to break up with Hazel and just get with Minty?
No.
Why?
Not at this point.
Yeah, he committed to her, wanting to marry her.
Yes, that's his
That's true.
Filipina
It would be messed up to do it
Angelina
now.
Jolie.
But like, let's say when they were like the first time around, when he was in the Philippines and he found out he was in love with Minty.
Yes.
Okay, he has to follow his heart.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, and also like Hazel was wasted during this episode. Did you guys see? She's like super
10th bottle of wine.
Yeah, she was really giggly and laughing, and I was like, oh man, she's kind of like.
She said one more word than she usually does.
Yeah, so she was laughing and smiling. That is not Hazel. That is not Hazel. All right, so we'll see what happened next episode. Zied, he says he doesn't want to. Wait, he wants to marry her before Ramadan, right? He wants to or he doesn't?
He wants to. Has to.
Okay, he has to marry her before Ramadan. If not, he will go back home to his country. And then Rebecca's like, I don't know. This is really suspicious because they never brought it up before. So I don't know if he's just trying to stay here in America. It's just stupid. Andrew is talking about Serbia.
His favorite place.
God, yeah, a stupid person.
Yes, she should go to Serbia. Wait, what was her name again?
Amira,
yes. And Amira's dad is like, if you go there, I will not talk to you anymore. You will have to fend for yourself. Oh my gosh. She's so stupid if she picks Andrew. Okay, and then Julia's trying on wedding dresses, and Mike and Natalie continue to work on stuff. And Yara's crying and saying, if I knew it was going to be like this, I would have come here. I would have just stayed in the Ukraine. You don't treat me nice. Do you think you're treating me nice, Jovi? And he's like, yes. And then she bawls again. Okay, wait, yeah. And then Tarik and Hazel's like, I don't trust you because he still wants to talk to Minty and everything. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't trust Tarik either. I think what will happen is Hazel will get a girlfriend and Tarik will get a girlfriend.
We'll get Minty.
As long as everybody's happy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's all I want. I want everyone to be happy.
Yeah.
Except for Andrew. He can go die.
Yes. I subscribe to that.
We want him to get detained.
Just like I want him to get detained on the way back.
Let him suffer. The end. And that's all, folks.
Just real quick, just want to say thank you to everybody. Give us a 5-star review. I would really appreciate it. If you haven't left a review, please do so on whatever podcast app you use. It really helps us keep creating the podcast and helps people find us. With that said, please email us at 90dayfiance at 3way@gmail.com. 90dayfiance.
HREE way at gmail.com.
Yes. And yeah. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, B. Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
Until next time.
Till
Thank
next
you.
time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.